Alright guys, how we doing? I'm doing a lot better than I was doing yesterday. I have gotten a good night's rest. I'm doing way better than I was yesterday. And yesterday I was looking back at previous videos and I noticed something. I was wearing the same shirt in the last episode, and the one before that, and the one before that. I didn't even notice. Normally, I wear the same thing for a few days because unless it gets something on it, like a stain, or it starts smelling, then I consider it clean. But, you know. So anyways, I was thinking, why did I allow this to happen? I was trying to do a series. I didn't want people to know that I was like that. Even though I know a few people who do the same thing. So it doesn't really matter, but it's kind of one of those things where, you know, I wore the same shirt for 3, maybe 4 days. Let's see, when was Monday? Because I didn't make an episode Monday. Today's Thursday. I'm making this Thursday. It's past midnight, so today's technically Wednesday. Let me add this up. Let me see. No, it would have to be 4 days, because, yeah, 3 episodes, that would be 4 days. So, yeah. Today we're talking about Tlano. Backtracking a little bit. Welcome back to the old 62. You can watch a previous episode if you don't know what's going on. This has been a pretty good series. I really enjoy putting this out for you guys. So today we're talking about Tlano, the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh. Now I will first read the appearances, and there's only one. Batman number 113. There's been a lot of, like, characters that only appear once. I think that's called a one-off. I don't know why. Was it like, during that time, before the 80s, was it just that a lot of characters only lasted one comic? This was 1958. So, I guess now I'll start with the history. Having observed Batman's every action on Earth through a powerful telescope, a benevolent scientist named Tlano was inspired to play the same role on his home planet of Zur-En-Arrh. When his world came under attack by robot invaders from another world, Tlano teleported Batman from Earth to help in the fight. Knowing that on Zur-En-Arrh, the Caped Crusader would have powers equivalent to those of Superman. So it must have been like a reverse empowering effect. What sun? Let's see. Superman is powered by a yellow sun. When he's drained of his powers, most likely through kryptonite, if he's in the presence of a red sun, he can't recharge. So, Earth is in orbit of a yellow sun, so it must have been a red sun? But anyways, powers and abilities, none. Abilities, science. So, he's literally Batman with less, or not less, more scientific ability. I mean, Batman was a genius inventor, but what he built helped him more with his Batman persona. I'm sure this Tlano guy, he was more interested in helping the people. See, this is one of those characters I wish they showed up more, because then we could get a better feel of their personality. Like, yesterday we talked about Hulk Carr, and his personality was all over the place. And he only had one appearance. So, I don't know what to think here. I don't know what kind of scientist he was. But it should be noted that someone I talked to about Tlano said that he's got more substance in his chest. His chest is bigger than his arms. His arms are small. And this person that I was talking to thought that was an indicator that he wasn't strong like Batman. But then I'm looking at Batman in this same panel, and Batman's drawn the same way. So I don't think it was an example so much as it was the artist and the art style. But I think that this character should come back. Well, he sort of did as a different personality of Bruce Wayne. So, there was a storyline where a modern-looking Batman of Zur-En-Arrh came out, but it was Bruce Wayne. He just had a little bit of a meltdown, and that was another personality that he has, apparently. And I don't know what happened to that. It's not been seen since then, I don't think. He was a lot more brutal than the normal Batman. He had, like, knives and stuff, but I think Tlano is an interesting take, more interesting than just another personality of Bruce Wayne, because it's like another Batman. You know, the Batman family doesn't have a good comparison to Batman. You know, Dick Grayson, Robin isn't comparable to Batman at all. None of the Robins were comparable to Batman. But Nightwing, he almost hits that mark, but he just doesn't give off the same feel for me. Even Damian Wayne, you know, it doesn't feel like you could really compare that with Batman and say to yourself, yeah, they're on the same level. But Tlano, he has the skills. He seemed to be doing a pretty good job of being Batman on his home planet. And when he needed someone stronger, he got the real thing. And then the real thing had superpowers. But I feel like if Tlano came to Earth, and he actually did in The Brave and the Bold. So I'm cheating a lot with this one. I was supposed to only use characters for this series that haven't come back since Crisis on Infinite Earths, but Tlano kind of has. It just wasn't canon. In one event, it was actually Bruce Wayne, and in the other event, it was on TV. It wasn't canon. But I think they should bring him back because it's better to have, a real comparison to Batman. The people in the Batman family, I don't know, it's like they don't really fit the name, the Batman family. Because they don't have the ears. That's not the only reason. That's not even a real reason. But anyways, I'll try to see if there's anything else I can get out of this. Paraphernalia, what did he use? He had a bat cave. What's a bat radia? Not radio. But he had a Batmobile and a bat plane. What's a radia? It issues electronic molecules that cause controlled disturbances in the atmosphere. Is the most valuable object in Tlano's utility belt. So he had his own utility belt, but that wasn't on his list of paraphernalia. The purpose of the bat radia was to make disturbances in the atmosphere. I don't really know what that means. But anyways, I think that's all I could get for this video. Another short video. I know it's disappointing, but this is all I could pull. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we got a pretty good one tomorrow. Is it our first? Well, it's not really our first villain. The Beast That Loved Supergirl was Mr. Mixie, but it's our first villain since Alter Ego that actually made himself known to be a villain. Besides Super Menace. But Super Menace was questionable. Alright, so I'll see you tomorrow, and have a good one. Peace.